So I'm 1 month on testosterone exactly today. I went and picked up my second box of androgel from the pharmacy and kind of realized that I really need to get to changing my name back. I don't know if I mentioned this in my previous videos, but I changed my name over a year ago and to Zach, and then I changed my name back to Bree when I thought I wasn't going to physically transition. That was kind of, I mean, it was totally a big mistake, but uh, it was something that I did mostly for my own comfort, so I didn't feel, so I wouldn't feel the awkwardness I feel now when I pass as male and give them my license that has a girl name or, anything like that, except I was not presenting as female, but being read as female primarily, and uncomfortable with the fact that I had a male name. So I still went by Zach. I haven't stopped going by Zach. And when I went to the pharmacy to get a prescription for testosterone under my female name, it was just, it made me realize that even though I've gone by Zach and obviously having a different name on my driver's license has not really affected me much, it's time to actually go back. And even though it's going to be embarrassing for me and awkward because I've already changed my name like twice, it's for the best. I'm totally committed to my name change and my name being Zach. Obviously, I mean, I go by Zach and everything like that. The only thing that's kept me from doing it legally, other than the embarrassment, is that I didn't really spend a lot of time choosing my name like a lot of guys did. I didn't sit and look up baby names or anything. Zach was just sort of a nickname that I picked up from a song and started going by, and I've been going by it ever since. And it's really too late for me to start going by another name. Like, I am Zach. But it's also kind of disappointing because I missed out on some of the fun. But, there's a reason why adults don't name themselves. Um, it's too hard. I could go through names forever, and I'm an indecisive person as far as things like picking out tattoos and things like that. Like something permanent that expresses yourself. It's like too hard to summarize your whole personality in one name. And I did spend a lot of time and effort picking my middle name, which is David. And so I feel like, it's all right, but I need to get on that. Uh, Other than that, I went and visited the GSA at the high school that I went to, that I started and ran for its first year. And it was really interesting. Me and my friend Adrian went in to talk about trans issues, and it was actually really encouraging because a lot of the kids already knew fairly good amount of stuff. They didn't seem shocked or surprised by anything, and it was just like nice to talk about being trans and to people who aren't at the university and have it be like okay and no big deal. There were a few comments that were made that made me a little uncomfortable, like not super uncomfortable, but places where they're obviously coming from a place of ignorance, but that's like to be expected. There's not a lot of information about trans issues out there. I actually am more frustrated by comments people have made in my women and gender studies classes than comments that were made by these high school students who, you know, were in no place to necessarily be any more tolerant than the average person. But the other day, I was in my feminist social philosophy class, and even though I've talked about being trans in that class, someone made a comment like, "Wait, so you're dating a straight girl?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I mean, I didn't correct her that my girlfriend actually identifies as queer because it doesn't matter. Like, the point is, yes, I would consider myself a appropriate candidate to date a straight woman. And she was like, wait, so you're not a lesbian? do you identify as like a bisexual guy? And I was like, well, no. I mean, kind of. I identify as queer as well, and I'm not really bi. Like, I'm open. And she just like didn't get it that sexuality and gender are different and all these things. And it's like those are the basic tenets of a women and gender studies class. Like, and so it was just it's frustrating. I've also had people say like, "Wait, what's the name on your birth certificate? What's your real name? You know, what's going on down there with your junk?" And things like that that are really inappropriate. But other than that, things have been pretty good. I think I've mentioned this before. I go to a small liberal arts university in a small Midwestern town where I grew up. So, to a certain extent, I'm used to these things. Um, I would like to say that I'm passing better, but I don't actually think that I am. The people that I know who know me have said things like, hey, I don't see you as male or female, I see you as a person, which is kind of cool. Like, I'm a person, yeah. But is also kind of frustrating in the sense that I am male. I would like the world to see me as male, and while I would like to be seen as just me to the people I know, like to be seen as male to the people I don't know, like, so, whatever. I don't really know what I'm doing that's sending out all these female vibes because I've been called, like, lady all the time lately, which I think I'm giving off, like, 13-year-old boy vibes more than anything else. But, yeah, that's what people are getting. So, this is my voice. This is me, 1 month on testosterone. I will keep you updated.